Too many tanks on the ground. Too many tanks. Too many tanks on the ground.
Yahweh war machine.
Too many tanks. Too many.
I can tell that you wanna see me losing control at the same time losing my soul. Tryna move on the low, but you still can't escape from the view on the scope. If you move, you will go. When the tank's on the ground, better move out the road. Gotta flow like a hookah lounge, who won't smoke? If you choose to provoke, I might loosen the rope enough not to leave a bruise on your throat. The movement's strong, strong enough to make a bunch of grown men spray hatred like cologne. We got too much out here going on in the path you traveling, Rocky Sylvester Stallone. But you and I leave it alone. Michael B. Jordan trying to get a creed of your own. Just leave me alone. How you gonna talk like a boss? You don't even own the keys to your home. You don't wanna see me in the zone. Blood of a king in my veins, I belong on the throne with a queen of my own. Infatuated by the muscle tone of my body, love squeezing my arm. If we in the war with the other side, why you not taking shots at the other guy? Let me summarize, you advertise black on black crime and antagonize. When I analyze it with my higher mind, I miss my Virgo nature with the fire sign. I can see it clearly through my third eye, point of view higher than the birds fly. No code of honor like the summer ride, they just target practice for me bullseye. You a clout chaser working full time and your paradigm is a narrow mind. All the angels in heaven listen when I'm sharing mine. I'm giving back to the culture, I'm in the back of the Rover. Why you at home with your back on the sofa? I'm having a moment, your childish behavior, I'm sorry, I cannot condone it. The double-edged sword that I'm swinging, sharp enough to cut your bones through your garment. Yeah, Rock Nation signed a deal with the NFL recently, that's a bonus. And I just wanna know what percentage you getting paid off for your performance. Hold up, Jay-Z, he don't even know you. Nope. Trademark name who belong to. 6-figure check, no consul. Come to a point where you can't undo what you misconstrue. Every day you attack Jesus, animated like Black Jesus. For that reason, he's still undefeated like Gorilla Hebrew from last season. The war machine running circles around our competition like track season. It's hard for you to be a stand-up guy, cause in the spirit world, your back leaning. I'm sick with it, got me throwing up. PowerPoint ready, they ain't showing up. No information, just inflammation. Amazon book sales going up. But I wouldn't buy it, even if I was on a diet and had little money on the side. I wouldn't try it, even if my life was on the line and they pointing at my body with the 9. Why should I tell them a whole bunch of lies just for them to join my side? El Shaddai, all praise to the Most High. If the Spirit walking with me, I'm fine. You cannot make a decision. I can see that you afraid of the system. I can tell you have no faith in your vision. You rather sit back and hate on religion. I bet you won't walk in the government building and tell them that you want an interview. Tell them that your name is Nimrod and you demand justice and call them a criminal. Burn up their literature right there in front of them. I guarantee you gon' make the news. At least you be finally famous. Look at the camera like, mama, I made it. Have you ever stood in front of the very personification of hatred? I have on many occasions. The devil got multiple faces. Look at the swing of the pendulum. Look at the shape of the pentagon. I walk in the power of Pentecost. I show up and mess with your pentagram. Tanks on the ground, man.
Too many tanks on the ground. Too many.
Yeah. I'm back at it. Peace and blessings, family. Shalom, Miss Bakar. Peace to the family. I'm saying shout out to the boy Swab Boss for setting up the Argument League. Shout out to the Yahweh War Machine. Tanks on the ground, man. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to the B1 Network. Shout out to One Nation Set Apart. And everybody else that's out there, you know what I'm saying? I just playing SVDL, you know what I'm saying? Solar Vision Debate League. You know what I'm saying? It's the league of nothing, fam. That's what it is. Ain't nobody playing with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, we got one of my brothers in the building. Let me bring him up in here real quick. Peace to you, brother. Yo, Hukana. Yo, what's happening? Yo, let me finish getting these intros in. Let me see who was the first person in the building. Let's give him a shout out. First person in the building, that boy Chris Flanoy. Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to that brother Chris, man. Go hit that brother channel up, man. You know what I'm saying? He giving y'all a lot of great workout content. Go get your learn on. Shout out to the sister I'm Unique. Peace to you, Queen. Free spirit. Appreciate you for that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, man. Let me start the show these. You know what I'm saying? Peace to you. First, you know what I'm saying? What up, though, Chris? What up, though, to you? I'm Unique. Peace to you, sister. Peace to you, Queen. Free spirit. I see you. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. If y'all missed it, you know what I'm saying? I shot a little message out to Israel real quick. No preaching, nothing crazy. Just a real quick message. Just letting y'all know, you know, it is my goal to be the change and embody the change that we're trying to see in this community. And I encourage my brothers and sisters that are believers to do the same. So if you go, you know, if you get a chance, go check that message out. That'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? If not, hey, it's not for everybody. It is what it is. Peace to you, Sister Zakia. Shalom to you, Queen. There go my sis right there. Peace to you, Mel. Peace and powers to you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Like I said, it was a long week. So, and that's a good sister right there, man. Shout out to you, Melanated Goddess. AZ, yo, what's up with you, sis? There go Lilith. Y'all know that's Queen Petty right there. Y'all better leave her alone. Shout out to that queen. What's up with you, sis? Poetic Empress. Peace to you. Peace to you. Shay Bo, what's going on? What's going on? Patter Tickle. Peace to you. Welcome to the building. Korea the introvert. Tanks on the ground. That's right. That's right. That's right. Alikia. Peace to you. Who else we got in the building? Thick Vegan. What's happening? All heart, grit, and grind. Melvin. Judge Melvin. Peace to you. Peace to you. L. Welcome to the joint. Welcome to the joint. Right, that's all I see right now. You're hooking on. You there, brother?
Yeah, Shalom, I'm here.
Shalom, man. What's good with you? What's good with you?
Chill, man. Got a few minutes before I go to work. Got about 40 minutes.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Do me a favor, man. Why don't you, you know what I'm saying? You see the title. If you got anything you want to bring out, we got the elder in the building. Bring him up onto the panel. Shalom and welcome to the panel, Elder Yara. If y'all could do me one quick favor, you know what I'm saying? Introduce yourselves, say what's up to the family. I need to speak to my wife really quick, man. Y'all give me 1 second. Otherwise, I can play some music.
All right, hold
up. Shalom, family. This is Elder Yara. Glad to be here this afternoon. Here to support Ak. Anonymous Hebrew, shalom to you, brother on the panel, Yehukanai. Peace to you, family. Glad to see you today. Man, I'm waiting to hear, hey, man, what the young stunner got for us today. Something, hopefully, and that we know that we can glean from and that we can learn from. We're ready for the rebuke, the reproof, the chastisement, and the revivement. So let's get it, man. All my brothers out there and sisters, you're not excluded from that. Subscribe to the Patriots Network TV channel. We're going to be talking about solutions for our brothers, things we need to do. So everybody's welcome. But this will be strictly for the brothers. We're going to be having some special guests come on to talk about and deal with some issues. So definitely subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be putting the link in the chat for that shortly. As well as subscribe to the Argument League, of course. Subscribe to the Solar Vision Debate League. Subscribe to the Orthodox War. Subscribe to Unapologetically Israel, which is Brother Anonymous channel he has coming out. Also, subscribe to Taz Exclusives if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel as well. And then I'll wait till Brother Anonymous gets back before I do any further announcements.
I'm here. I just wanted to let y'all get it in real quick.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to the queens, man, who allow us to take so much time away from our family to bring y'all the content. You know what I'm saying? My wife was asleep, so, I kind of let her sleep in. And so she just wanted to come in and, you know what I'm saying, tell her husband that she loved him. So I love that. You know what I'm saying? She came through. We didn't get to speak this morning. I let her sleep. So she pulled up on me and was like, yeah. So that's what's up. Yeah, man, shout out to the brothers for pulling up. We're going to have a great conversation today. I think we're going to have an amazing conversation. I'm actually going to start to present some solutions today, right? I won't do no presentations, right? I'll save that, but I will be starting to present some solutions today. We had the conversation before, and so I want to get into this a little bit, but before I really go in, do y'all brothers got anything else y'all want to bring out and say? Anything else y'all want to bring out and say before I start to ramble on a little bit?
All right. Well, I would say a solution would be, first of all, you have to gather together like-minded people. You have to. Um, I think we always looking for a large scale. Like we're looking for, a very large scale of people to come together, or we looking for like a black celebrity or somebody or a politician to try to lead the way for us. I think what it's going to take is, we have to get a collective of people who have, like minds, and also who have the same agenda, and we need to attack the areas that are very most important. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's say economics, our health, um, what else would be education. So we would have to, whatever areas that you feel are the most important that is threatening our community right now, that you get together with a collective of people. We put our resources together, we put our thoughts, ideas together, and we put a goal that we're trying to set and reach that goal. And once you see that collective doing it, a lot of times when people see, you know, the people doing it, they join in, because I think if some of our people are just waiting to see a success story before they go ahead and get involved. So with that, I yield.
Yo, appreciate that, King. Appreciate that. I thought those was some really good points. And what I hear you saying basically is whatever area that you feel you can bring something to the community, it's time to start being vocal and start being public about that. And I think that is key. And that is going to be one of the things I bring out. Shout out to the brother Yashar. Peace to you, King. What's happening? Welcome to the panel, bro.
Shalom, family. I'm
Shalom.
handling some business. I'll be right there in a second.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Just wanted to welcome you to the panel. Let me pin this link so everybody can see this real quick. That's pinned up for you. And yeah, so in the next week, I do have everything set up. I will start to release content on these channels. I basically created my own network along with my other brothers and all of their channels. And so, as the brother Yara was saying, you got himself with a channel. I think it's the Patriarchs, but I also know he has his own channel of Elder Yara Ben Nazareth. You can go check that brother out. Yehukanan also has a channel. In case y'all don't know, it's called Y'all Over Everything, if I'm not mistaken. But he can go ahead and clear that up for me as well. I know Yashar has a channel. Go ahead. What's the title of it, Yehukanan? I see.
No, it's Yehukanan Ben Yehuda. That's the channel, but the logo on it is Yahuwah over everything.
Got you. Yehukanan Ben Yehuda. So go check that brother out. You got the Orthodox Moore channel, a very powerful channel where he's bringing out a lot of good information as well. And then myself. So I'll be releasing basically multiple channels at this point. One will be Light Work Ministries. That's where I'll start to put out a bunch of different teachings, a bunch of different things about the community. I'll even start to give you different ways of building business credit and different things you can do with real estate and all types of good information I'll be releasing on there. We also have the channel Unapologetically Israel. That is a channel that I share with multiple brothers, and we will start producing and releasing content on there. We also have that YouTube Streets Scholar channel. That is also a channel that we will also start to be releasing content on. And we have a bunch of other brothers that we are actually brothers and sisters. Let me correct that. Brothers and sisters that we actually work with to start to bring out this content. And so that's going to be something you can start to look for. Don't worry, whenever it starts to come out, I will definitely give you direction on how to get there, how to get to the information. So that'll be something that y'all start to see. So look out for that. And so now, without further ado, let's start to get into it. So my solution is this, as it pertains to fixing the community. And this is first and foremost. We need psychological help. Okay. We need to go and sit down and talk to somebody and start to fix a lot of these internal psychological problems that we have. All right. We have not figured out how to build or have intelligent, resourceful, powerful, empowering conversations with each other. We are too busy trying to tear each other down. That doesn't mean that some people don't need to be tore down. Let me make sure y'all get that out, because I know people will run and go crazy. There are some people who do not need to be around us. They do not need to be in our space. They do not need to be able to be allowed to have a voice. I agree with that. But for those of us that are trying to grow, that are trying to build, that are trying to do something that is productive, I beg you, please go get some help. And so now I'm going to be personal with you. So you don't think I'm just talking. For those that don't know, I was in the military, right? It was one of the things that I had to do in my life because of bad choices I made. I ended up having to go into the military. And in doing that, I was, a real soldier. I did things that I can't take back, that I couldn't, when I couldn't do anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's unfortunate, right? And so it had different effects on me, different psychological effects on me, of which I had to do almost 3 years of intense counseling and therapy, and actually going to school to get a degree in the same field to not only fix myself, but then to be able to help counsel and fix others. All right. My main focus was Christian counseling with a focus in traumatic incidents, right? And then I can go deeper into that, but it's a basic degree in psychology with a focus in Christian counseling. All right. So that's what it was. And so the goal, though, in all of that was to fix me. And then in doing so, I became empowered to be able to help others. Now, I don't talk about those things. I don't talk about my private life in that respect because it's just not necessary. It feels like it's bragging. It feels like I'm trying to one up you. It feels like I'm always trying to tell you all these different stuff. But what I'm trying to tell you is psychological assistance is necessary. Counseling works if you work it. Understand that. I can start to give you all of the different coping mechanisms and all of this stuff, but if you don't believe that you need help, you're not going to go get it. And trust me, family, all of us have some type of mental health issue. Maybe you only need 10 sessions. Maybe you only need 5 sessions. Maybe you need 52 sessions. Maybe you need 100+ sessions. I don't know, right? But what I'm telling you is if you are not able to do what's necessary to have healthy, and we're going to start to remove this conversation of normal, right? Well, that's not normal. These things aren't normal, right? No, we're talking about healthy at this point. And what healthy looks like is if someone disagrees with me, you're not all of a sudden wanting to call them out of their name. You're not all of a sudden jumping to gaslighting and wanting to destroy everything that they say because they disagree with you. And that's on either side. That's for Bible believers, non-Bible believers. It does not matter. If you are not healthy enough to have a conversation and use your words, like I teach my kids in this house, okay, we're not using our hands, we're not screaming, we're not cussing, we're using our words, right? If you are not healthy and able to use your words, then you need to go sit down and go talk to somebody. That is the first and foremost major thing that we need to be able to do. If you cannot afford to get counseling, there are several community programs that are all around this country that can help you, right? And even if it's not that, then start to reach out to some of the more responsible brothers and sisters in the panel that you see that will keep your secrets. That don't mean go and start talking to them, but if you can reach out to them and ask them for help, you can even email me. I'll post my email link in the chat. All right. You can email me and you can ask me to help you find a counseling situation that will be better for you, that will be affordable for you. Sorry about that. That will help you. That will be available to you that can help you overcome these problems. All right. I'm so tired of all of us cussing each other out, threatening to kill each other, threatening to destroy a person's reputation because they're saying things that you don't like. Because that's what brings YouTube views. Guess what? You know what else brings you YouTube views? Whatever the hell we say brings YouTube views. If we decide as a people that, okay, I'm not going to go watch these people destroy each other anymore. Instead, I'm going to watch us be healthy and build this beautiful thing that we call the Black community. Imagine how quick what is monetized and what works and what becomes the status quo changes. But you will never be able to understand that unless you start to explore what's going on in your mind. There's a reason why you're so angry. There's a reason why as soon as somebody says something, you automatically believe that they are against you. No, they are not against you. And I agree with you. Let me post this. I agree with this statement so much. For Black people, better to seek a therapist, counselor outside of friendships. I agree with you, Poetic Empress, right? But since I'm not in somebody's home to be able to tell them that every day, hopefully they reach out to somebody that tells them to go get a therapist, right? Or maybe you just get on somebody's nerve enough where they be like, I need a therapist. Go talk to somebody, whatever it is. But if we do not reach this point, if we do not reach the point of actually growing and building and transforming our lives, we're dumping it onto our children. I'm sorry, my kids are going to be healthy. I can't speak for yours. Their kids are going to be healthy. And I want them to be able to have people of like-minded thought process that's going to be the same way. But if not, don't worry. I mean, they're going to figure it out on their own at this point because they're tired as well. My teenagers are tired as well. Her friends are tired as well. Like, so what I'm saying is, honestly, it's either fix it or get left behind. It's almost becoming this dinosaur thing of I have to attack people all day long. I have to attack people everywhere I go. No, you have an obligation to point out when things are wrong, but we also have an obligation to be healthy. So that's my first solution. It's therapy, right? I can go deep into all of that, and I'll bring out more as we sit here and talk. Hopefully we get more people that's ready to hit the panel. I figured we would see a lot more people. I figured this would be something that we would be so excited about, something that we would be so intentional about, something that we would be so ready to interact with. But unfortunately, I don't see it. I don't see the desire to bring solutions. I don't see the desire to fix things. And that's a problem, family. That's a problem. If you're more vocal about the problem than you are about the solution, that is something that you have to start to look at yourself about and go into the mirror. Understand? Look at this. This is an amazing point. There's generational trauma within our DNA. It's a requirement for Black people. Let's talk about that. Right? Shout out to you, Career the Introvert. I'm glad that you were excited because I was too, right? I had a long night last night, but I knew like, okay, I can get up, I can get this out today. We can have a great conversation. This is one of those things that my wife actually is really excited about that I do online. Right? A lot of the stuff she feel like is just a bunch of arguing, but this is like she's excited about this, right? So there's generational trauma within our DNA. Let's talk about this. The conversation of genetic memory, or the conversation of memories lying dormant in your DNA, seems to be something that people laugh at or make fun of or run away from. That's not actually something that you should run from. And no one is making an excuse for slavery and all of this stuff, right? That's not what I'm making. Two members whose family was threatened. Other than that, I'm not forgiving anyone. Who threatened people's families, Spinny? And I actually did do. Let me post this up. We want everybody to have a good listening experience. So I will address that once I'm finished with the point that I'm making right now, Spinny. The idea of genetic memory, or the idea of memories lying dormant in your DNA, is something that we now know exists. And this is why I talk in detail a lot about epigenetics, because if you don't understand how stimulus, in other words, different things that you experience in life, if you don't understand the different things that you experience in life and how they will trigger you and cause you to respond based upon your traumatic experiences or the traumatic experiences of your mother, your grandmother, your father, your grandfather, so on and so forth, then you are destined and doomed to either repeat that or make even bigger mistakes. Understand that. to make even larger mistakes. And so if the goal is to fix it and get better, then you have to get uh, counseling, because you don't even know what it is that's affecting you. And a lot of times, what's going to happen is when you get into that counseling situation, you're going to have you're going to figure out what's the precipitating event. What was the foundation of the first thing that started you on the track of always being so whatever it is that you're trying to fix or work on, right? And then in doing that, you start to build a deeper understanding. All right, so let's deal with this. Now I made it clear earlier that Israel, we got to do better. Since we're having this conversation now, I'll say it. I said it already. Uh, I personally came on and repented and 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 said that I am taking the charge. I'm standing here flat-footed, firm, and saying that I am no longer going to be on these panels cussing, yelling, and screaming and getting out of my character, right? Because what it does is it does two things. One, it makes you feel horrible at the end, but two, it destroys our witness and our ability to be viewed as credible Bible believers, right? That's not how we're called to act. And so what we need to do is when people start yelling, cussing, swearing, going off on us, just remove yourself from the panel. That's my suggestion. I think it's an amazing solution. People could say you're running, they could say you're doing all that, but really what you're doing is being an adult, right? You're being more mature. You're showing you have the ability to be an adult, and that you're not gonna interact with people who don't know how to have adult conversations. Let them do that. Come back later and do a stream. Come back later and have a conversation about it, and point out how they are the people that are trying to incite online riots, so to speak, right? But that's my suggestion, my solution. I do believe that we got to do better, Israel, right? Um, at that point, I know Elder Yara had some things he wanted to say. Do you want to say anything now, or do you want to have your own private stream, Elder?
Yeah, I don't need to have a private. I don't need to have a private stream, specifically for spinning sparks. I guess that's how you say it. Well, I did have a conversation with the witness with Solomon Taz, and I did have a long conversation. We spoke amicably. I did issue an apology. Let me say this. Let me put it like this. I initiated the conversation, the beginning of the conversation, before Taz and I even got into anything else. The first thing that I did was issue an apology to Taz, as well as to his wife Nyla. I didn't speak to Nyla directly, but I did issue an apology to her, and I did say that I would issue an apology to her directly on the panel if I were to see her on the panel. I would do that directly to her. Although in the conversation that we had that led up to it, I wasn't making any physical threats. Although I understood after we had a conversation, it could have been taken that way. So Taz and I both agreed that there were certain things, certain trigger words that we all had to learn with each other, and how we can move forward together in blending these two cultures that we're looking to move forward with, and to make progression. Because at the end of the day, that's what we both want. We both want progression and movement in the conversation. And so I did speak to Taz directly. Like I said, in the presence of, I'll just say it's between Taz and Solomon and myself. We had a direct conversation a couple of days ago. So even before the stream, I know that went on yesterday in the brief conversation that was had about it. And again, so we, so we dealt with that. And then also there were things that, people in the chat found disrespectful. Again, like I said, it was really about not about degrading women, although it was taken that way. And for that, I have to apologize for how it was taken, as well. And it goes for anybody. If anyone felt directly that I was being disrespecting them in any type of a way, because, and I'll say this, that it cuts across both ways. If a person feels disrespected, that's just their truth. They feel disrespected. And so with that, I issue an apology. Everyone knows me um, in regards to how I deal with people, and I don't sugarcoat anything. That's just not my space, right? I leave that for other people to do. So I deal with people directly because I expect people to deal with me directly because I don't wear my feelings on my sleeves when it comes to that. So let me say this moving forward, right? And I asked Taz to do this because this is a different culture that we're experiencing over here. We've been over here for 4 years. So this is a different culture. And so what I want to say is, and what I asked Taz to do, teach us what the trigger words are because we don't know. I had a conversation with a brother that's frequent on this panel. He had no idea about what Kevin Samuel's message was. So we don't know all of the trigger words that they use that we might use that may seem or sound familiar. Although we may mean it in a completely different atmosphere or a completely different thought pattern. But if certain words are trigger words, then we'll try to move away from that. But at the end of the day, we have to give each other space and room to teach that to each other, right? To teach that to each other. So at the end of the day, I'm not here and I've never been here, and everybody knows me since I've been here for 4 years. I've never been here to run a popularity campaign. That's not my place, right? And I never look forward to doing that. But at the end of the day, what we do need to do is whether or not, whether or not you know, we have differences and opinions, or we have things that we should or should not say. I'm willing to learn, right? And that's exactly what I told Taz. I'm willing to learn what you're bringing from your community so that we can understand how better to move forward, right? And different things of that nature. So it's one of those things that that we all have to at times agree to disagree, and at times agree to take time out and to move forward. And Taz and I specifically agreed to do that, that we would take time, when we get to these positions on these panels, that, because he's passionate about what he believes in, and I'm passionate about what I believe in, that, hey, we would say, okay, one of us, at this time, one of us needs to fall back. And then it's up to us as mature men to make that decision, right? In that particular moment. And so we're always interested in moving the conversation forward. And again, like I said, I've never come here on this panel or anything to be liked, right? That's not it. So, in moving forward, let me say this: is that when people have expectations of you, right? Um, we should adhere to that, right? And so, with that being said, it's not a matter of me telling people whether they're right or wrong about their opinion. I'm not here for that either. And so so I apologize to the people that I've offended, to those that I've offended that I don't know that I've offended, right? Because again, like I said, it's more important for me to get the message out. And then at the end of the day, if only one person, is helped by what I say, then I feel I've done what I'm supposed to do. So at the end of the day, I'm not, it's not a forced apology. I wasn't, Taz didn't threaten me. Should I make none of that stuff? I didn't threaten him. If he should offer an apology, but we agreed as men to move differently in a new space for all of us, right? So even how he deals with the Israelite community, he made concessions on that where he was wrong, and in dealing with this space, with the culture that he's introduced to this platform, you know, I agree, that there was concessions that needed to be made as far as, how things and how subjects are approached. And so he agreed that he would learn from me and I would learn from him. And then that's how we would build. So, I appreciate your brother Anonymous Hebrew for allowing me to have, this space to say that. Shout out to the league, man, because at the end of the day, you know, everybody knows me. You know, everybody knows me on this platform. On this platform. And so, you know, with that being said,
Let me say something real quick. My bad.
no issues. I don't got no issues with, I don't got no issues with, with Taz. He's still my brother. You know, at the end of the day, that's not gonna never change. You know, anything he needs, he knows he can reach out to me. I got him, and people know that's how I am across the board. So, again, at the end of the day, peace to the family, peace to the chat. We're gonna move together as a family, man. We're gonna get it right. I've never been afraid to say that because that's what I always want is for us to get it right. But we have to learn. We have to learn how to talk
Right.
to each other in a way that we can understand each other. You know. So again, peace to the family, man.
I'm gonna say this if I gotta get ready to go to work real quick, and because I want to address the chat, because I did ask a particular person was it male or female. Um, as you get older, and this is no excuse, there's just certain things you just don't put up with too much anymore as you get older. And Anon is right. The best solution is just to get off the panel and walk away. But you're not gonna sit up there and let somebody call you no punani type Negro, or you a female dog type Negro in real life. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, I mean, we believe in the scriptures, we believe in the Bible. You know, understand what I'm saying? But there's trigger words sometimes when how people talk to you, and you try to sit up there and take it. You be quiet for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you just snap. And you understand what I'm saying? That's no excuse because, like we said, we deal with the Bible. So the best solution, like Anon said, is to walk away instead of giving them that same energy that they're giving. So the problem is with being Bible believers is like people feel like they have the right to beat you, slap you, curse you out, and you not react. Or they think that, they can just mistreat you. And so when you give them the same energy that they're coming with, all of a sudden they want to say, oh, well, you're a hypocrite. You this and you that. The golden rule in life is to treat people how you want to be treated.
Just
But
always say bubbles 5 times, bro, before you go out.
no. I'm not finna go off anymore. I mean, I've gotten too old. I see things too wise, and that's not the memory that I want Blue to have of me. I don't want Blue's last memory of me. Let's just say if
I'm
I
just
die,
talking about in general. I mean, I kind of have I got to do better with the kids, bro,
right?
of not fucking
Yeah, so we're gonna do better.
yelling to get my
I'm
point
gonna do
across.
better. Yeah, I'm almost done.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna do better, and we're gonna do better, and I'm gonna do better with my interaction with the people. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's about building now. I'm tired of like I said, all this bickering and nickering and nannying. Nah, how can we fix the problem? What can we do? I'm about solutions now. I yield.
Hey, man, I just want to say this. Uh, I definitely appreciate all of this, y'all, right? You feel me? Just cause it's like it's easy for shit to just be up, stay up. It's easy for niggas to feel like they gotta defend certain shit. But it's like I think ultimately, even with all the beef that like we have, like not even beef, just like the conflict that exists amongst each other. I mean, we are brothers in this league. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, like I don't fuck with nobody else but y'all. Yeah, I mean, so it's like even though shit get up, I never, it's disappointing when it get up to the point where, you know what I mean, like it's full blown static, full blown conflict like that. You know what I mean? So it's like we're gonna have our differences, we're gonna have our beef, but it's always about bringing it back to ending it in an amicable fashion because like one, this is media, this is YouTube, so sometimes people want to see the sparks. That's why it's called the argument league. Niggas ain't come here to hold hands. We get that. You know what I mean? But I can appreciate the fact that, you know what I mean, brothers like Anonymous, like Yara, recognize, you know what I mean, like we brothers in this at the end of the day, regardless of the differences. You know what I'm saying? Like the SVDL, the argument league, isn't just a
Uh, is that me? Or you get
Yeah, we
rap?
lost you. We lost you for a second. Damo, you back? He having some type of technical difficulty.
Hold on, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now, bro. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not a this channel is dedicated to one ideology or one way of thinking and none of that other shit. It's a think tank. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when the conflict comes, it's all about not making it sure, like not allowing it to get to that level where niggas feel threatened and all of this other shit. And what you see here is the fact that like we all got that like niggas is niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna do nigga shit. It's gonna be like that sometimes. But I can appreciate this because it's a lot of people that's watching us and wanting it to fail. There's a lot of people watching Solar Vision Debate League, and when they see the big conflicts, they looking at it like, yes, they're not gonna make it. This is gonna be their last season. They're not gonna continue. That type of shit. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
So the fact that I mean, that's why I said I could appreciate this. I mean, I apologize for popping off the way that I pop off. You know what I mean? Which niggas know I ain't got no problem doing that. You know what I mean? Like if we on that that peace and love energy, bet like that's where we at. You know what I mean? Ain't no hold nothing over niggas heads because it's like we all trying to do better. We all trying to do better. You know what I'm saying? We all trying to have better verbiage. We all trying to be more respectful. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, we trying to be better intellects, better debaters, all of that, better judges, all of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's I definitely can appreciate this energy because this is like this type these conversations, this energy, like even though shit ain't you know what I mean, like ain't none of us perfect, this energy right here is what sustain the league. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
like we all in here for a greater purpose outside of just us being on YouTube. Like we really trying to grow something. Like not it's not that we all have like our own brands. We all have what we all do individually, but when we come here, it's maintaining this. You know what I'm saying? Maintaining this camaraderie, maintaining this respect. You feel me? Maintaining this competition, maintaining the integrity of the league. You feel me? And as the head judge, I think this is a great example of, you know what I mean, what it means to like show leadership and create an environment for niggas to move forward and not be on fuck shit. So yeah, I appreciate this for sure. I mean, even though I ain't one of the women that was offended, you know what I
Yes, you
mean?
were.
There you go.
I set myself
There
up for
you
that one.
go.
That was a freebie, motherfucker. That was a freebie,
I was just
motherfucker.
joking with you. But
I
I appreciate it. I heard your words too, Domo. I heard your words too. And sometimes, it takes all that for inflection. And let me say this about, because, people refer to me as elder. People refer to me as elder for different reasons, right? Some because of my age, some because of the wisdom that I've shared with them. I believe is given to me by the Most High. But they will tell you there's nothing that I came to anybody that calls me elder. I never came to anybody and say, call me elder. Not once. I never came to anonymous Hebrew and say, hey man, address me as elder, bro. I never come to Yehukanan or Yeshua or anybody say, hey, listen, address me as elder, right? But that happens because of a respect level. Um, and it happens. One thing that we know when it comes to wisdom is that you can never say you're at you ever reach the point in your life where you can never learn, right? That's wisdom, right? Um,
Right.
and so we're always learning. It doesn't matter what space you're in, right? You should always look to glean from something and to learn from something. And if I encounter a brother or a sister, if I encounter somebody like Taz, right, and he has, not a different paradigm than I, but he has a different experience than I do, it's ignorant for me to say, well, he has nothing that I can learn from, right? And that goes vice versa, and that goes for everybody on the panel, even with Nomo. There's nothing that I should be able to that I could say about him that I say I can't learn anything from Domo, right? That's where you fail as a human being before we get to anything else. When you get to a point where you say you can no longer learn, right? And so with that being said, like I hear from all my brothers, and like I said, we've been here building, relationships wherever they may be at this point for about a matter of 4 years. And as I said to Tash, like this is a new culture that we're being introduced to on this particular scale. So when we talk about learning trigger words, it's like it's like we didn't use that word over here. We've been over here 4 years. No one used the term drill over here. Y'all brought that in with y'all culture. Taz, that came in with their culture, right?
Right.
And so we have to learn what that is, not necessarily knowing like what like can we figure it out what you're saying, but that's not something that's not how we talk over here. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's what I'm saying about trigger words and different things like that. So it's not necessarily about ideas because ideas, words are formulated through our ideas. So yeah, when we say things, this is what we're talking about, right? So, we always have to be cognizant of that and learning how to communicate, right? Learning how to communicate. Not many of us in this chat learn how to speak Chinese, but we can't dismiss their culture and their language, right? If we want to communicate with them, we have to figure out how we can learn their language and how we can learn their culture so that we can deal appropriately with them. There's always a saying, I believe it's a scripture Paul said, as in Rome, he had to learn their culture in order to even before he could even minister with them. He had to learn their culture, right? As to not offend them, right? And trying to deliver a gospel message to them. So, that's all I wanted to say, man. And yeah, it's easy. I think it would have been a lot. Yeah, of course, it would have been a lot easier for me to come over here and just say, "Hey, I'm sorry," and then move on. But it would have been another 100 people in the chat saying, "You sorry for what? Why are you sorry?" That ain't really saying you sorry. You just said sorry. What are you sorry for? So you got some people in the chat now saying, you could have just said sorry and moved on. We get it. But then other people want to know what you're sorry for. So you can never please everybody. You see what I'm saying? You can never please everybody. So you do what you do, how you do it, right? And just be cognizant of how you can move forward positively, right?
Yeah, I think too. I think it got to come to. There's got to be some understanding with between us, between the league and the chat, because I think in some ways they at a disadvantage on understanding the dynamics of the league, and I think so. I think when sometimes they hear certain people say something that may not be, that may not fit the paradigm or different things like that, those people have to be around. It kind of, you know what I mean? Like it kind of sparks the conversation. And I think when we know what certain people, how certain people mind go, because everybody who say dumb shit, that don't necessarily mean they just. Some people just say dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, and I'm gonna say, some of the people, we got to make sure that we understand we got different people who say shit. Some of it we disagree with them, but they make up the lead too. You know what I mean? Even the people that we disagree with and are dumb or we think is. And sometimes I think we got to make sure we ain't putting them in predicaments to where they just gonna get themselves banned. We can stick on the conversations that they do. We know Lance is European pyramid Earth. When we talk to Lance about the pyramid Earth. There's no need to talk to that nigga about shit outside of that. You know what I'm saying? It's like otherwise he gonna 9 times out of 10 say something that's gonna get his ass banned. It's like we're gonna have to kind of figure out a balance to where you know we still got the because that's where the smoke is. You know what I mean? The smoke and the entertainment come from, you know what I mean? I'm at work, I hear somebody say something off the wall. You know what I mean? I'm like, God, that's what make a nigga want to hit the
Why?
league, right?
Hold
Did
on.
he
That's
just say
why
that?
this channel
Man, oh, we
needs
got
to
one.
be focused on,
Man,
it's
I
cultural
know
argument.
I don't
It needs to
hear
be focused on arguments about topics that are important. Any
But
topic.
disregard everything I just got through fucking saying, man.
Talk too
Just
slow.
disregard it.
That's the problem.
I made a mistake. Why are you breathing on here, Shanard?
Uh, no, I'm breathing out my nose. I'm close to the mic.
Hey man, what up with y'all, man?
Yo, peace to you, King.
What's up, Taz? What's up?
What up, Goat?
Shit, just sliding through right quick, man. Finna, you know what I mean, hop on this motherfucking football, but I seen y'all up here. And we hadn't talked really since the other day in front of the crowd or whatnot. So I just wanted to come on and let niggas know, you know what I'm saying? Everything been cleared up in the background with us. I know you probably said something about it. I said something the other day, but sometimes I need to see niggas together and make sure motherfuckers just ain't saying it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come up and say what's up to y'all and let motherfuckers know. Like niggas trying to get this shit in order to where masculinity ain't even questioned as a bunch of niggas yelling at each other on the panel. So we're gonna eventually get this shit together, but you know, sometimes you might see some shit out on Front Street that don't look right, but we grown ass men. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just hadn't been on the panel together. I just wanted to come let niggas know everything 100.
Facts. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate
And
you.
we getting better every day, man. We getting better on the panels. We getting better in our lives. I'm still working on shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm trying to practice on my kids is communicating through yelling. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta now work on my damn self and make sure I ain't fucking yelling and shit all the time to get my point across to them. Cause that shit is just bad, bro. It's just a bad look right now. So I'm like, shit. Now that stuff I just got to practice on. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to practice on here. I got to practice offline, and hopefully, I'm able to get that together soon.
So yeah, man, I'm
That's
gonna
what's
catch
going
some
down.
football, man. I'll probably be back later on, man. I see everybody going up about Alpo being shot and killed. And
Alpo.
yeah, so
Yeah, I heard that.
one
Martinez,
of
Yep.
one of the things I want to toss out there before I
you
go
got to
as a
come in.
solution is stop looking at some of these niggas as being important. You got motherfuckers that's put in work during the civil rights movement dying every day and don't nobody talk about it. These people that's
Mhm.
your true elders, people who really put in work, boots on the ground and shit during the 60s and 70s, they die all the time and don't nobody say shit. I don't give a fuck about no motherfucking Alpo. No regular ass hood street nigga ain't get assassinated and they got murked. And
Hey,
so
say
for me,
that
that's the
again, bro.
solution.
Say
Stop
that again,
uplifting these
bro.
niggas.
Say that again, Taz.
And
Yeah,
didn't that nigga
like
snitch?
that nigga ain't no motherfucking hero or nobody important. That nigga got killed. And assassination is a title that's for someone who is of importance. Alpo ain't got
Yeah,
no importance. Sorry that I'm not
MLK was
sorry. I don't give a fuck
assassinated.
about no damn Alpo.
Fact. That's a fact, man. I think, and a lot of people, because he's and then yeah, you can't call that a set. Nigga, you snitched on top of that. Then it's like, what is like? I think sometimes before people say this type of shit, I don't think they think about okay, like you need a motive, my nigga. Let's start there first. What's the motive? You know what I mean? That they would have to say, oh, we gonna like this nigga
I
ain't
should
have
never
no
even
message.
said he. I should never even said he had it coming. Me mind my own business. Like this is all gossip right now. You know what I mean? I didn't even know that happened though.
I mean, you do gotta come in, bro. When you
Hey,
when you when you live, it's certain, and that's what I be saying. The rules that apply in the game don't go for the people outside of the game. But when you in the game, nigga, there ain't no fucking telling. You know that. So eventually, shit like that comes back around, bro. And then not only that, if I ain't mistaken, he ratted up his number one hitter. So it's only a matter of time, bro, for that. You end up seeing that again, running into them type of problems. I'm like, shoot. Yeah, Everett.
Yeah, I had to go look and make sure that it was legit. So yeah. First off, shout out to the brother Taz for pulling up. I appreciate those words of wisdom that you shared earlier, Blue. Elder Yara, bro. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you for for the apology. Thank you for doing the best you can to show that you're trying to improve and get better and show integrity. I know some people don't accept it. I know some people is, you got to show me, and hopefully that's what will happen
But
over a
real quick,
consistent.
bro, why do you keep blocking me in the chat?
Man, this nigga, this right here, what you doing right now?
I got it.
Nah,
I got it. So, so, so I appreciate you for that, bro. I appreciate you for bringing some, some integrity, and I pray that people will see and come to understand, the man that we know, and things like that. Now, Shenard, look, bro, I'm gonna let you back on, fam. I'm gonna let you back
You
on.
don't have to.
You mess up. You got one chance though, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You got one chance with me. This is a solution program. This is solution based energy. I
Don't
got
he got a
no.
debate?
I don't know, bro. You got a debate today?
Like I know he got a debate
they
coming.
don't.
Like you need to be working on your opening round, bro. Like I
That's
swear to
in,
man,
Yeah,
dude,
and
that's,
I was
I'm
gonna
that's in
say,
serious,
November.
bro.
yeah,
November.
like if you pull up to that debate, if you pull
Thanksgiving.
up to that debate and
Anybody
don't
celebrates this shit.
don't be ready, if you pull up to that debate and don't be ready, I'm gonna be heated because I've been seeing you in chats and popping up all on and off panels and all of that. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, bro, if you pull up to that debate not ready, you're gonna get cooked more. You're gonna get roasted more, bro. So
Like for real. Like it is. I get it, bro. But I'm like dead serious, bro. If you at least show me, bro, that you trying, bro, I'll give you a
Who
lot more
you?
respect,
Who
bro,
you,
on the
bro?
panel.
Who you?
I'll give you a
I
lot
saw
more
your last
respect on the
debate.
panel.
I saw your last debate.
Yeah, bro. I take my debate serious.
yeah, he a
You used
lot
to
better
lose
than
that
you.
debate.
He's a million times better than you. The numbers
You
show it.
you don't,
It's not
bro.
about me. Don't worry about me, bro.
Like you
Yeah,
haven't even like have you did you at least even watch the debate last night?
Yeah, I
nope.
saw. Yeah, they'll just thumping scriptures.
Bro, if you see what I'm
I ain't
saying,
talk, I
man?
ain't talking to no one, right?
Man,
We straight, fam.
bro,
We good.
man, dude.
I'm good. I'm straight. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the best debates you could have seen. Just
Yeah.
to, at least just look at the structure of how
Right.
to man,
Right.
dog. Like
Right. You
these
ain't gotta
dudes,
agree with
man.
the information and none of that, but you gotta admit them brothers came and they brought their information,
Like
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. These dudes be tripping. As I say, it ain't. It don't. See, it ain't all Bible debate.
Right.
It's who's debating the Bible.
Right. Right.
It makes all the difference. If we got Chris and Anonymous, we go. I don't care if it's Isaiah 53,
It's gonna be
it's gonna
it's
be
gonna
lit.
yeah, it's gonna be fire.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's certain people I don't want to hear. And to me, last night I think KOT. Ava, baby. I think KOT stepped into a new realm.
Yeah.
I think he stepped up into the elite of the elite debaters now.
Yeah. Yeah. And I said that debate was gonna show if he ready to take that step up. You know what I'm saying? And so I thought it was a great debate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What
He
was the
puts on the
actual?
show
I didn't get to
and
see
he
the actual
becoming a
skit.
crowd favorite.
Oh,
117 to 128.
yeah.
No, 138. 138. 138.
See? All right, yeah, that's what's up. And I'm gonna tell you, like you said, he becoming a favorite. He got personality, and that's the thing you don't see until you start to make people turn that camera on. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's a
Yeah.
hilarious ass dude. You feel me? So
Yeah, I
I
will
ain't
say
even
this.
know he was 2 Chains KOT.
Yeah, I would say this KOT, even from each debate to debate, is getting better. I can tell that he's studying um, on how to formulate his arguments,
right,
Yeah.
right? And creating a methodology appropriate to each debate. And then he actually, as far as his articulation, like we know that's like something that he had to deal with. I can clearly hear the improvement, right? And how he
Yeah.
slows down his debate, how he how he stayed focused. He stayed on topic, right? Um, but I will say that you're going a little bit too far when you say elite debater. But I will, as far as improving from debate to debate, he's definitely within that top 15 debaters in the league. I think that's saying a lot, right? Because usually the playoffs is 1 through 16, right? Something like
Right.
that. He's definitely within that, no
I
doubt.
think he on the
He
line though.
deserves,
At
he
least
deserves to be there. You know what I'm saying?
he at least on the line of the tier two, between the tier two and the tier one.
I mean,
He
he
got
may
to
be
be
at the
at least
top.
on the
He might be
line.
at the top of the tier. He might be at the top of the quote unquote tier two.
Right,
He
I
may
think
right,
be
he's
at
right.
the
fighting.
top
I
of
think
that,
he's
but
fighting in that realm. I think he's fighting in that
Yeah,
tier two
yeah,
realm, right? I
yeah,
think he's fighting, and I think we're gonna see that when we get closer to playoff time, right? Um,
yeah.
and probably when he gets some more debates outside of his normal comfort. And I seen him. I seen him when he debated Taz last season. I was like, oh, he could debate outside of his normal, you know what I mean, his normal comfort level or his normal comfort zone. And so that's when I first started seeing his improvement as far as um, his speech, and then even how he put an argument together. And then to me, this season, I mean, he's proven to have one of the best opening rounds. You know what I mean? One of the clearest premises. Like to me, that debate last night, it wouldn't have been good for him at all last season or maybe the season before.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
hit Howard with a couple with a couple of good
Yeah.
questions, bro. He hit Howard pretty good, bro.
He
But
had it set
I think
up.
Hal
And,
definitely did his thing though.
and think when he first brought this, because I forgot this was his doctrine. When he first brought this, think of how crazy it sounded when he first said it in his interview.
right.
To now, 4 seasons, 3 seasons later, he's able to form it into an argument. I think he debated again. He gonna be even better on it.
Yeah, I
I
think
ain't gonna
so.
lie.
I think so too. I think so too. So let me get back at this because I want to
Yeah,
be,
please.
you know what I'm saying, fair to the chat. They want to hear solutions. So my next piece of conversation is in this, this is gonna be hard for some of my brothers. Black men, it's time to be men. All right. And here's what I mean by this. We have got to get to the point where we are producing jobs. This is another big thing that we need to look at. All right. We have to produce jobs. And what does that mean? Right. Um, in this space, until we move to something where we are independent or autonomous, whatever it is you want to move to, I'm talking about as of today, right? October 31st, 2021, we have to produce jobs. What you need, man? You taking everybody with you? Okay. Is she okay?
That's fourth quarter.
Got you. All right. Right. My fault, bro.
Yeah, you
Uh,
good. Hey, look, that's always good news. You taking everybody?
right. That's always the question. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's when you know you're in a secure relationship. You're not asking where you're going. You taking everybody. Yeah. Um. We have to start creating jobs. All right. We have to move to the point where we are empowering our women, our community, men and women, to be able to provide, but specifically our men as well, right? Um,
Right.
we have to find a way, and I think that I'm doing that. I know a few other brothers are. Find a way to start bringing real currency, real financial um, prowess. You know what I'm saying? The word I really I want to use another word, but it comes across weird. We got to bring financial stability to our communities as men. And the only way we can do that is to become more educated. We have to learn how to properly use this system while still maintaining our integrity and attacking white supremacy. And that's another problem, because a lot of times we think about, thank you, Taz, opportunity, financial opportunities to the community. Because a lot of times what we fail to realize is you can go get a bunch of money and really support white supremacy, right? You can go create jobs, create all this stuff, and then still support white supremacy. And until you understand the system and how to utilize it correctly, you're just going to kind of be more of a problem. So we have to figure out, and those are conversations then that we got to start having in private, because there's also a pride factor, right? A pride factor of, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to son you, right? But I gotta empower you, I gotta help you, and I don't got the 10 years that it took me to learn all the stuff to kind of coddle you along. I've made the mistakes. So learn from the mistakes that I'm telling you, and then go and build your own thing, right? We have to move into that space though. And then the next solution that I really want to get into is we have to protect our women. All right. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat with this anymore. There needs to be a massive what's the word I'm looking for? Forgive me for not being articulate today, family. I've been up, I've been working, forgive me. But there needs to be a massive grassroots movement where we are actually pressing black men to the point of, you can be removed from our community if you're not going to stand up for sisters, right? If you are not going to be the voice of saying, nah, that's where that stops. And you don't necessarily have to say, I'm finna shoot brothers. And if that's not who you are, that's not who you are. I ain't gonna front. Some of y'all brothers call the police, then call the police on these other cats. If that's who you are, I'm not mad at you, right? If you a civilian and you ain't no police caller, or you ain't no shooter, call the police. Do whatever you gotta do. Yes, I'm telling you, call the police on other men if they are attacking and hurting black women. Like that shouldn't even be, that's a no-brainer at this point. I would love to see you get involved and beat the brakes off of some of these niggas. But if you can't, then at least do something to make sure that it's not happening no more. Because we have rapidly moved to the point. I'm sitting here literally watching men online threaten to kill each other, or threaten to kill women, threaten to say they're going to kidnap them, throw them in the back of vehicles, all of this stuff, threaten sexual violence, or threaten to have someone else do sexual violence on people, and nothing happens. Nothing at all happens. So yeah, I'm sorry, when it comes to this, fellas, that's our fault. We dropped the ball on that one. I'm sorry to say that's our fault. There should never be a situation where anyone is comfortable threatening to kill women, right? There's never that situation, especially when we talking about, oh, we the man, we the stronger vessel, we the this, we the that. Okay, then take that man, sit him aside. Maybe he don't know no better, so maybe he needs to be counseled. In my opinion, though, you need to be smacking people up, right? You like we hit people, we beat people up for less. We literally will. I've seen us drag people up and down the street for less. You feel what I'm saying? I've literally drug people up and down the street for less. Like that's not. This shouldn't even be something that we play with anymore. And so what I'm telling you is this: number one, every young man that you see, every young man that you interact with, give him some form of encouragement and tell him to protect our women. Right? That should be something out of your mouth now. And if you don't like it, I don't care, right? I don't know what that means, Suave, but hit the link if you want. The link is pinned. I'm pretty sure the link is pinned.
I think he was saying you came in. When he came in, he was making a good point.
Okay, bet.
They're supposed to say ill, but I know how to type
Bet. And if that's who you are already, congratulations. Ghetto clap. I don't got the applause thing. I'll step up my graphics and my whole joint, right? But if that's the point you're on already, I applaud you. If that's not who you are, guess what? Go become that person. Become that person starting today. Grassroots hashtag protect Black women. Right? I'm done with it. I'm done because somebody says they're gonna rape and kill and throw my daughter into a trunk. I'm gonna find you, fam. And I got a very special set of skills. Let me stop. I'm gonna find you, right? Like, but honestly, what we need to move to, and I think Judah's Redemption brought this up, this whole no snitching rule. Yeah, you should call the police. Imagine certain of us really do, we are the quote unquote, we make good, decent money, right? Some of us make really good money, right? And got a lot to lose. You got a lot on the line, right? So why would you risk your freedom when you can simply call the authorities and force the authorities to properly patrol our neighborhoods? Because that's another problem. See, I live in a neighborhood where it ain't too much going down. It maybe have onesies and twosies when somebody come into the area, and they let their nephew come stay with him or something, and maybe he broke into something and he catch it eventually, right? He get hit up or he get beat up, because I live in a state where you can shoot people if they come into your house. But 20, 30 minutes down the way from me, the police ain't patrolling there. We need to force these people to treat all of our communities just like they would treat another valuable community. Our communities matter. Our communities have to start mattering to us. If you're going to say you're a man and you're a revolutionary and it's your goal to fix these things, you know how to talk, whether you a street dude or you a boardroom dude, your area of influence. So if you not a street dude, I'm not telling you to go and be a street dude. I'm telling you to influence in your area or your sphere of influence. If you a street dude, then you need to be active in these streets saying, nah, fam, we got to do better. Right? Nah, that's not happening. Maybe we should. I agree. We have to build something. And honestly, Scar Beauty, there are many of us that are building it, but it takes time. And until it gets there, we got to do something now. Right? And since we got to do something now, that point is right now, today, what we can do is start to put it in the front mind awareness of every man that you see. We got to protect these sisters. So then that way, the next time, man, I saw a video, I think Taz had played it, where this sister is going to her car and she got her little dog with her, and the dude is like, is this your car? He trying to holler, can I get your Instagram? Can I get you this? Can I get you that? She's like, no, I'm good. She's not disrespectful or nothing. And even if she was disrespectful, it don't give you no right to do what I saw happen, right? So he get mad at her, walk to the side and ram his shopping cart into her car, like put a huge ass dent in her car. That's what we doing now? We shooting and killing because you can't get a number? And I got beautiful little girls running around here. That's why I teach my girls to carry guns. Yes. That's why I said that was fake. I hope it was fake. But let's say maybe that one was fake. We can't pretend that don't happen. So I agree. Maybe it was fake. I don't know. Maybe it was staged 100%. But you know what wasn't? That girl that got shot in New York because she didn't talk to them boys, right? You know, it wasn't staged. All of the other situations that we heard of women being beat up or disrespected or spit on, all that because because she didn't want to give them a number. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? I'm a decent looking dude or whatever, and women have always, tried to approach me. And I remember one time I was in college, and this chick, she trying to holler at me, and I'm like, no, I'm not interested. Bro, the girl went off, cussed me out, called me all type of bitch niggas, all this, spit at me. Now, and this is when I'm really, I'm active in these streets at the time. But I just had to walk away. I had to hold it, right? And it gave me just a little piece of insight as to how some of these sisters feel, right? Can you imagine? Can you imagine having a whole, she's a woman, she got a whole husband or a whole boyfriend, and and just because you don't want to give her your number, they go off on you, right? Now it's different for me being a guy. Right? I'm a decent sized dude. I know how to use my hands. I keep tools on me. So I'm pretty much always going to be able to defend myself. It don't matter what it is, right? At least get myself out of the situation. It took my 17-year-old daughter to break this down for me. She was like, see, it's different for me, daddy, because I know I'm with you for the majority of the time. And if I'm not, I know how to get in touch with you. You taught me how to handle myself. She said, but a lot of my friends, they don't got that. A lot of my friends, they don't understand. They don't have this. They don't have the security of knowing my pops is always with me. And she even said, it's times when it's just me and mommy, her and my wife will go out. And she's like, it don't feel the same at times. And I'm like, how the hell did we get here where I got beautiful women in the house, and they worried at times when they go to the store. They worried at times when they just going out. How long have I been asleep? What did I miss to where we got to this point? I knew dude's always been aggressive. I knew that. I come from a place where we're going to do our best to try to have conversations with women. Like me and Damo said, a few of us have said, though, we just more clever than other dudes. Like, I don't gotta aggressively. I'd never had to even, walk up, hey, what's your name? Give me your this. No, I'm just, I'm gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna make you laugh. We're gonna, that was always our goal. And it was also like, some will, some won't. Let's move on. We don't have that no more, though. Right? We don't have that anymore. I remember one time my wife even told me a story where she was out and the dude tried to give her a card or something like that. And because she didn't want his card, he frisbeed the card at her. So she was like, I got you. So she kept the card and brought it to me. And we handled that situation, right? Me and my partners. But what about the women that don't got that? Right? The women that don't have that. Now, is there a situation where I teach my daughter, not to say certain things? Yeah. And if that makes me wrong, I'm sorry, ladies. I ain't trying to be insensitive. But I teach especially my oldest daughter, like, don't say anything out the way. Don't give these dudes no reason. Not because you shouldn't be able to speak your mind, but because if you're 5 minutes away, if you're 20 minutes away, I'm not there, right? I want you to come home. I can go back and find him. I can go look at the camera. I can go talk to somebody. But if you don't come home, you don't come home. And so if that make me bad, I need y'all sister to explain that to me. But I teach my daughter to, watch everything she say, especially with these dudes if she's not interested, because if I can't get there, all it takes is, 1 second and then my daughter's gone. So, but as a man, we got to fix that. I think that has to be one of our chief focuses on doing that, because I don't really have that problem. I know it exists. I don't have that problem. I got the ability to travel with them, especially if they going somewhere where they gonna be getting out and walking around. Like right now, they just went to go get something to eat, and they kind of all together, right? But peace to you, T-Duck. But we got to do better. We should be able to operate in the space. Like, for instance, I know these brothers in this league, all of them, well, almost all of them, they would protect my children just like I would protect theirs. And we need to know that there's other men in this community that will protect our women and our children. And that's just the conversation that we got to have. That's not simping. That's not being a sucker. That's what it is, man. So I feel like I'm rambling, so I'm gonna give a couple other brothers some things to say. Give them a chance to chime in. I know we got T-Duck on the panel. Go ahead, family. Y'all go ahead and chime in, man.
Yeah. Eric, I would just say to that I mean, we have to have our children in environments that are conducive to their well-being. I know as a Mason, like you investigate, you treat it like you dealing with a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? You make sure security in
Mason.
place.
Mason,
People
you
gonna be
don't
there
pay
that
your
can help
shit.
it out. Excuse me.
Don't worry about it. Hey, let me say this real quick, T Duck. I'm gonna let you finish. Hey, look, man, I'm trying to give everybody a voice, bro. Like, this is why I keep blocking you, bro. I guess you can't figure it out. Let him speak his speech and then condemn whatever you want to condemn if you disagree with it. Let him get it off, bro. All right, I'm gonna give you one more chance, Shanar, because I'm trying to help you grow, bro. Stop messing up my panel. Go ahead, T Duck.
But yeah, you definitely want to make sure security is in place. Like you want to, you got to treat your child or your loved one or whoever you protecting. You gotta, make sure they happiness and their safety is in order. So what you do is, you convey the plays. You see what type of people gonna be there. You gonna see like who associate with who. I mean, it's a little extra, but that's what you gotta go through. That's the extent you gotta go to, and you gotta make sure you're gonna have
Mike
security
cutting out.
around
Shut
that
up, bro.
person. Hey, is so and
Mike
so
cutting
son
out.
going? Yeah, well, have so and so son look out for my daughter, and vice
Right,
versa. You
right.
had a fam look out for one another. Like that's the game that needs to be played.
All right, go ahead, Shanar, and then I want to address what Free Spirit put up. That's thank you for that, sis. Go ahead, Shanar.
About what?
What do you want to say, bro? I'm trying to get you a chance to speak.
Ain't about. I'm listening, bro.
All right, bet. So
Wow.
the sister Free Spirit put this up. Now I didn't know nothing about this. Um, Ladies, download text now. If a man persistently asks for your number, give him that number. If he dials it with you standing there, it will ring your phone. When you leave, change the number in the app. Hey, yeah, that's an amazing tool. And I hate that. I'm sorry that y'all got to go through that,
That's very good advice.
but I think it's amazing advice.
Very good advice.
I think that's something that we can definitely use and
There's a
implement.
lot of clowns out there. There's a lot of phonies. There's a lot of, and I'm glad that this platform allows a lot of people, like we said earlier, to, from different backgrounds, from different faiths, like you're Israelite, I'm voodoo, like you say, right? To express how their beliefs and to say what they want to say, even including everyone in the chat. So when she says that, that's right. Get text now. Get any other app that where you can, if you're not, because women are smart. They can tell if you're a bitch. They can tell if you're a clown. They can tell if you're a phony. So if you don't want that clown to have your number or that phony to have your whoever, get that out. But at the same time, you should know or you should say, nah, I ain't giving you shit.
Yep, that's where I stopped. I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Right? Hey, look, he was doing good. He was doing good. I don't suggest anybody say to some man right now, nah, I ain't giving you shit. Nah, I ain't dealing with you. Or no, no. I would love to tell you that that's how you should handle somebody who is bothering you. I wish that I could tell you that, but that is not the climate or the space that we live in today. That is not the climate or the space that exists for our sisters today. And so I'm never going to sit back and tell you to get an attitude and snap off and go crazy on a man just because he's being persistent and asking you for his number because it's not safe for you. I wish you could do that. I wish you could tell the annoying dude, if you've been annoying, stop following me. But that is not the world that we live in. It's just not. And if I could snap my fingers and fix it, I would. Now, the sister Beauty, she put up a point. She said, I was hoping y'all would want to build black women a line of defense, not ask us to call the same white man y'all complain about. All I can say is certain things that's understood we can't say. So we'll say need not to be said. Until we have the ability to create that, Until we have the ability to create that where it's above board, some of those things we just can't talk about publicly. And I'm just gonna be dead ass with you, right? Um, Originally, this is what the quote unquote gangs was supposed to be about, but we know how that got corrupted. And so moving forward, now we gotta make sure that we create something like that, but it's not able to be corrupted in the same manner, in the same fashion. And so the goal is to create an actual professional security force that can fix it. But until we get that, I need for you to download that app. I need for you to do the things to keep yourself safe because A9 ain't gonna be there all the time. Suave ain't gonna be there. All the tasks ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I need you to get proficient in how to carry a firearm. I need you to get
Why you keep
proficient.
saying separate from the league or separate from where?
I need you to get proficient on carrying firearms. I need you to get proficient at using the various apps and things that are at your disposal until we can build those, until those things exist. All of those things take time, sis. And it is our desire and our goal to build those types of things 100%. But until they are built, I need you to be safe. I'd rather you say, you sorry ass nigga, you still ain't create the security force, right? I'd rather you say, you sorry nigga, why you ain't create the security force that we need, than not, and then download those apps, than to not download those apps, than to not have a firearm, than to, tell you not to move in certain spaces. So yeah, we got to fix it. We got to put that together. All right, Sean, I'm gonna give you one more chance, bro. What'd you say? Separate from the league. What'd
One
you
more
say?
chance for what?
Oh my God. Yep, this is what I get. I ask for patience. This is what I
So
get.
why did you say I'll give you one more chance?
Because
First,
you keep jumping on and interrupting and jumping
so
in.
if I say
I'm
anything
answering
that
your question,
you
brother.
don't agree with,
Allow
or
me to
you
answer
even
your
let you
question.
even let me speak,
I'm
you just kick me
answering
off.
your question. I'm
So why
answering your
would
question.
you say that?
Man, bro,
What?
can I answer
Yeah,
your question? I'm trying to
I
show
will.
patience with you,
No, you
bro.
won't. You won't, bro. All right, so let me talk.
Man, get the
What I
fuck
was
out of
trying
here.
to say earlier
Who did I
is
block?
that
Hold on, bro. Hey, look, watch this. Get out of here, bro. Now, kick from studio. That's what you get now. Bye. So let me say this. Let me say this, bro. Um, I'm not gonna play no games with y'all, bro. Like all that trolling and all that extra film. Like, I don't care if it's 6 people watching or 600 people watching. We're gonna show some respect, right? We're gonna show some respect. And if you can't do that, go get some counseling and pull back up when you can have a conversation. I'm not trying to censor you. I'm trying to keep you on the panel. I want you to speak. You can't seem to control yourself. So now you on timeout. Just go to the chat, right? Go to the chat, say I'm scared and all that extra nonsense. So solutions that we heard is psychological. We need to create jobs. We need to protect our women. We actually need to create our own security forces, right? We need to create our own neighborhood security forces, of people who will actually protect our women, protect our properties, protect all of the things that are important. And when we do that, I think we'll start to be able to get a whole different sense of well being and growth and, and understanding and development in our communities. We got anybody else? I want y'all to hit the panel, man. Like if y'all got something y'all want to bring out, hit the panel, right? Hit the panel, man. Yo, this dude is crazy. He been in the back chat going nuts. Hey, yeah, y'all hit the panel. Because what kind of jobs do you think we should be creating? Great question. Me, I would love to see us. Peace to you, Susie. I would love to see us creating a lot more tech jobs. Right. I was looking at the Forbes list for the new billionaires. I look at these different types of things like this. I look at the billionaire list, the millionaire list, up and coming industries. I would love to see us move into the tech space. I would also love to see us doing a lot more in the retail space. I think those are two areas that we could really start to see some exponential growth. Retail, clothing, little kitchen utensils, things like that. These areas will be amazing. Welcome to the panel, Judge Daniel. Hey, Rue.
Peace, brother. Peace. Hey,
Peace
man.
to you.
Hey, I just really quick, man. I'm enjoying the panel. Peace to all the brothers that's on. Peace to Taz came on. Of course, LD Rock, also the champ. Blue, whoever's on, I really can't see it. I'm in my car. But I just want to say this real quickly. When we having a strong bill, you gotta figure out a way where that bill can't keep getting interrupted for 10 minutes, 5 minutes, because you know, contention within the panel. If you're not flowing with the conversation, this is just a suggestion. I'm not telling no man to do anything. If you don't agree with the conversation, at least wait until the end, until everybody's done. And then you can have that one-on-one and bring up everything that you have problems with when somebody speaks. You're doing a great job moderating, but I just want to say, to keep that flow going, to keep that energy going, and to keep building, we gotta stop the back and forth and the stopping of the build, just to be heard.
I appreciate that.
So that's
Thank you.
all I want to say, bro. Y'all, hey, peace out, and I'm gonna keep listening in the back, and keep doing you, champ.
Peace to you, King. I appreciate that. And I appreciate that. And that's an excellent point. I want you to speak, fam. I want y'all to get it out, but man, come on, bro. So what industry? I think tech, I think retail. I love the real estate space, but it takes a lot to kind of get involved with that. I think finance as well. I think finance though, if you have the ability in the mental capacity. Not saying you stupider, nobody's stupider, but some of us are better with numbers. Some of us are better with reading things. It just depends. If you have the ability to work in finance, we need that. We need upright Black men and women in the area of finance. So, like Miss Rhonda said, construction must be first. Amazing. But we need the money for the construction. So, we need people who can come in and be able to work in these areas. There's only so many people that I can help in a day, right? And still be on here, still take care of the family. It's only certain people, a brother like Kansu can help, whomever it is. We need people in finance to be able to come and stand alongside our community and say, okay, this is the community building project that you want to put together, or these are the type of businesses that you want to put together. Go get you really go get you go get you 10 or 15, 20 different people, and I'll put all you guys into a situation where you can build a conglomerate. You can build a big enough business that can make a dent in the community. Because what we know is when it comes to creating businesses, when it comes to creating these different entities in this community, in this country, I should say, the number one killer is a lack of finance, is a lack of funding. And so if you understand that, then we understand that funding becomes one of the chief principles. I mean, we also got to make sure that you know what you're doing. So you got to know how to run your business. You can't just say I'm gonna start a business and not know what you're doing. But after you can understand that, funding becomes uh, incredibly important. And I'm not even saying you got to go into debt, but you may need some money in order to get things off the ground, even if it's $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, just to set the foundation for the business, and then you go out and you build it up, and you make it move. I also agree with the logistics industry, Zakia. I agree with that as well. So tech, finance, supply chain, and logistics, manufactured goods and retail, and skilled trades. I agree. All of those areas. Matter of fact, let me put this up here. I agree. I agree with all of these areas. I'm gonna talk about One United Bank in a minute. Um, I love those. I love those areas that you putting out, sis, because this is what makes a country go. Understand this. This is the situation that we can move into to build our separate spaces: tech, finance, supply chain and logistics, manufactured goods and retails, and skills and trade. These areas are what, no problem. Keep it techie. These are the areas that you can take and put together to make sure that we are self-sufficient and self-sustaining as a community. And so, take a picture of that, take a mental picture, take the notes of that. I think these areas are good. One United Bank placing a casino. I don't know how I feel because I don't know the ins and outs of who owns the casino. I don't know the ins and outs of how that community is going to work about making sure those funds are allocated. My concern with casinos being in black neighborhoods is it just gives us somewhere else to go drain our money, and that bothers me a little bit. I know One United Bank is trying to do a lot more things like this, so I kind of want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but also it's hard when you're building casinos. Yeah, it puts a lot of people to work, but it's also going to take a lot of money out of our middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class families' mouths when they could be using that to put it towards something else. You know, I would like to see more healthy living grocery stores that can be accessed for cheaper pricing. I would like to see more um, community based organizations that will actually put stuff back into the community and invest more in after school programs. I really want to try to put something together where we can have an after school program that actually generates income as well. Right? If we had national, now I've looked, there is a national after school program organization, and they have several different branches, I think in 36 states right now. I'm not necessarily opposed to them. I don't like them because it doesn't look like us as a whole, but it is one I think that really exists that has 36 different chapters. So they're in 36 different states. But if we could try to figure out how to put various various community-based organizations in different cities around the country that will start to teach these kids entrepreneurship, things like that. I think that goes a long way. I have several different ideas and business plans that we can apply to it and put in motion. We'd have to sit down because these things get very detailed. But I think that goes a long way if we utilize it correctly. I think the security force situation works very well if we use it correctly. I think it creates jobs. I think it gives a level of freedom. I think it also promotes responsibility and integrity in our neighborhood. So I mean, those are all great things. Now I'm gonna point this out, man. I'm just one person on here, and I'm just shooting them out, right? Come on, fam. So here's another solution. Everybody get involved. That's another solution, right? Everybody get involved. There's no bad idea. There's no bad solution unless your solution is let's just keep fighting. Everybody get involved. I don't know everything. Okay, I see. All right, I see what it is, beauty. I see what it is. No, I'm just playing. Go support that sister, yo. I probably am. I promised I would only do 2 hours anyway. We're approaching almost 2 hours. What's your solution, Susie? We're approaching 2 hours, so I'm probably gonna give y'all another 10 minutes, and then I'll let the brothers say anything that they want to say. Anybody want to get on? But yeah, the link is in the chat. If y'all do want to hit the panel, go. Feel free. Come right on ahead. Let me see. She says communication networks to raise awareness of Black business organizations that are already doing the work. I agree. This is another, and what she's talking about really is a mass communications hub, right? Not just these onesies and twosies. One very centralized hub of communication. And this is actually something I'm working on in another community as well. One localized hub of information that gives you the ability to know where to any state you in, how to shop black, how to invest black, how to party black, right? Whatever it is, how to get therapy from a black therapist, all of that. Like if we were able to create a communications network like that, I think especially with social media and the um, with the progression that we have in technology right now, that would be amazing. I think that's also an amazing concept. All right, black people, I'd like to see this. This is good. This is good. Shout out to everybody that is communicating and pitching in. Brother Yashar, Elder Yara, y'all there. If y'all have anything y'all want to add, I would love to hear it. I'm sure my brother's spending time with the family. This is usually our family day for a lot of these brothers. So I appreciate y'all brothers for hitting the panel. So, but with that said, if we got a couple more, we have a couple more solutions. I'd love to hear them. Other than that, I'm getting ready to wind it up, getting ready to wrap it up, B. I'm getting ready to wrap it up, B. Because, I do want to take the time to I got a couple things I got to do for my businesses. And it is family afternoon, I guess, for us. So, but I do, man, I appreciate everybody, bro. I appreciate all of y'all. And I hope that especially those of us that are believers, these kids today are getting money. They are already being entrepreneurs, but yes, we have to build an organization at these young. Right, I agree, MJ, and I agree because I'm watching my daughter and her friends do it. Right, I'm watching them go chase the bag, and I'm proud of them. So, yeah, I think the kids know how to get to the money, especially a lot of the the more secure, more settled ones. Now we got to teach them what to do with it. We got to teach them it's not just about trying to get on a private jet, because I know kids who actually put money together and they taking trips. When I say kids, I'm talking 18, 19, 20. They taking trips. So let's talk about how to put some of that money back into the community as well. We can't even trust our safety, not physical, not mental, not emotional, not financial. We aren't safe out here. How can we get safe? Excellent question. First is that, like I said, we start a grassroots movement where every man is talking to every other man that he sees and saying, positive, uplifting things, telling them to keep our women safe. The second thing, and so now we could talk about it, is creating a security force, right? Sitting down, having a conversation where we have a national private security force that will patrol our cities, that will patrol and keep our cities safe. The second thing is we have to create a national oversight committee that does more than what the Better Business Bureau does, right? And this is from a perspective of protecting economics, right? Because this is another bad thing that we're in, where we don't feel comfortable to trust our economics and our finances to people who should have and should show much more integrity. So we need to create something, and I can't create all of these, family. Like I can't. I can give y'all the ideas. I'm counting on some of y'all who are much smarter in different areas and all of that extra stuff. And even if you feel like you're not smarter, trust me, you are, because all you got to do is read it and learn it. We need a Better Business Bureau for ourselves. One that says, we do real-time updates on what these companies are doing. Now, we can abuse that, though. Let's not abuse that and just purposely go and destroy people's business reputations if we do create something like this. But if we can create an internal, personal, Better Business Bureau for ourselves, I think that attacks the fact of us not being safe economically. Emotionally is therapy. And that's the biggest thing, is therapy. We need to be flushing out and putting out much more emotionally, mentally evolved humans, right? Mentally involved men and women that can understand something as simple of when a sister hit the panel and she's sharing something personal and it's making her feel sad. That's not the place to say, well, maybe you brought that on yourself. Nah, that's not the time to do that, right? We need to be more emotionally, mentally involved in that. The link is posted. Keep it techie, but I'll post it one more time. The link is posted though. It's pinned up. It should have been pinned up. There we go. Get it to you. There we go. It'll pop up in the chat for you. And then finally, she said, right, how can we keep safe? We until we do those things, we can't be. Right. And so that's my final point. Please start to get engaged. Start to get engaged. Even if it's just as simple as telling the brothers, look, I'm not saying that y'all gotta hold nobody's hand, but give them a simple nudge. Hey, we need you to create the security force. Hey, we need you to put something together to protect our finances. And if you are a more boisterous woman, then say, hey, y'all not holding it down. Get it together. However you got to say it on your social media, on your daily activities. This has to now become a grassroots daily movement where we are saying time to fix our communities because nobody else is going to do it for us. Nobody else is going to do it for us. And I mean, even from the rich black people, nobody else is going to do it from us. So it comes to us to start to put this together. Welcome to the panel, brother. Keep it techie.
What's going on? How you doing? A9?
Good with you, fam. What's up?
I'm good, man. Peace to the panel. Peace to everybody here. So I was just gonna come up and just say this is a great conversation. These are the conversations I try to get involved in as much as I can because of what I'm trying to do. I'm actually trying to work on a solution as well, which is helping Black people get into the tech field. So I just wanted to come up and say that I appreciate what you're doing and the information you're putting out there, and just add to the conversation that way if I can.
I appreciate you, King. Do you have a channel or something that we could put out for you?
Oh yeah, it's and that's the thing. I try not to push myself, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I need to, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I'm not these. I don't know. I don't like to advertise and all that stuff or whatever. But yeah, I do have a channel called Keep It Techie here on YouTube where I just basically break down the Linux operating system as well as I do live streams weekly. I try to do live streams weekly with different, Black people, that work in the tech field. And so they can bring their experiences, to, the platform and potentially help, other people get into the field, just talk about the ups and downs or the different ways to actually get into it. What's the best routes for different people, depending on like if you want to go to college route or a certification route. It's just all centered around that. So
now the brother was being modest because I just pulled up on his channel real quick. The brother out here teaching. All right, he out here getting it. Don't let him play. He out here. Hit the brother. Hit his channel, man. You're gonna learn some things. All right, like I try to let people do their thing, but I get it because I'll be modest like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like especially when you're getting it, you don't really want to press it because our people are so used to people taking advantage of them. But yeah, we need you to start sharing your channel. We need you to start sharing your information. Start to get people more comfortable with operating systems, just with tech. This is a space that we have to move in.
Hey, A9. That's along the lines of what we bring it to the table.
Facts.
So just yeah, we gonna be tapping in with you, bro.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, I hit up Solar Mine a while back just trying to see if it was a way I can get involved or whatever. But I'm not like a debater. Like words, like as you can hear right now, words kind of, miss me every now and then, you know what I'm saying, when I'm trying. I can't argue, let me say that. So I just stick to just talking about what I know about and not trying to go too deep into other conversations that kind of miss me, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I don't know, that's just the way I am, you know what I'm saying?
And I appreciate that, bro. Like this ain't for everybody. I'm just gonna be honest. We don't need 100,000 or 1 million debaters, right? We need 40, 50 debaters, and we need a lot more people that's out here doing what you're doing. That's teaching, that's being active in their field, that's actually, you're like, okay, look, this is the space where I'm good at, this is the space where I can help you. That's what we need, right? We need people that are experts at Linux, even people like, so for my accountants, people that are experts with QuickBooks, things like that, like all of these different things become amazing tools that we can use, that our counterparts, are
You don't gotta use QuickBooks, bro.
that our oppressors. Yeah, see, you think I'm playing with you, bro? That our oppressors, use to streamline things, right? And that's what we talking about. That's what when he's getting into the tech space, when we getting into using QuickBooks or any other thing that you want to use. These are, I'm not saying you got to use those things, but they're tools that you use to streamline, to move into mass production of things, to move into the space where we can help millions of people rather than dozens or hundreds or thousands. So I appreciate you, brother. Y'all go subscribe to that brother's channel, man. He's doing great things out here. He's got a great spirit. He's very calm. He's very focused, and we need more brothers like that. And it's your last shot, Shanard. What you got, bro? Would you get back up on the panel for? I didn't think so. Yep, don't come back. So if all minds is clear, I appreciate you for hitting the panel, bro. Yashar, Elder Uriah, is there anything y'all want to say before we close out? I'm gonna go ahead and knock this down. I promised I'll be finished at 2. Something else you guys wanna say? Elder
Well,
Uriah. Uh-oh.
well, I can say one thing if you want me to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. I mean, ever since I've been working in the IT field for 15 years, and every position I've sat in, like I've been the only person that looks like me, and it's a lot of other people out there, black people out there that have been working in this field that had the same experience. It's not enough of us in the field, and then we can also get the information and take it and build our own at some point. You know what I'm saying? So, but the first thing is to get in and understand it. So that's my whole purpose for being here or being on YouTube, is to try to push it, as much as I can to, anyone that will listen, that want to get in, that may be interested in the field. So, that's all I wanted to say though. I appreciate it, man.
That's what's up, bro. I appreciate you, King. And Yame in the building with his blackity black self.
What's good? Is this where all the smoke at?
Nah, ain't no smoke today, King.
Ain't no smoke today. Oh, okay. What's good?
We good. We building. What you got?
No, I like what the brother was talking about. So I was just encouraging him to keep doing it. We got to build like a round table so we can talk about all the different things we experience out in this the workplace. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I agree. And it's another brother. I'm gonna wait and let him bring it out. It's another brother that reached out to me privately who's doing something like that. So I'm gonna reach out to him and see if we can get him on here more and have him do some of that as well. I think that's an excellent idea. Because that's how you grow.
Yeah, it definitely. Like I talked to a lot of brothers that they graduated college with the bachelor's in business, but they don't have a skill. They can run a business.
Right.
But they don't know what type of business to run. And a lot of this other stuff where brothers have the skills, they don't have the business knowledge. So those two different skill sets need to start getting together in the Black community, where you have a business acumen, but you also have a tech or trades acumen. And that information needs to be brought together because it's very difficult. Just because you might be the best plumber in the world, but that doesn't mean you know how to run a business. It's a different skill set and that type of information need to be brought to people. Um, the things that we face as a black person, um, it also changes the dynamic when you go out here and like you're bidding for government jobs. Um, now, my biggest part uh, is how running a business affects the family. I think we need to talk about that more. 'Cause, man, I didn't put all my heart into a business, but I forgot about my family because I'm so focused on trying to run this business. I didn't do the things in the house, and the house affected my business. So all of that stuff needs to be talked about. It's not just going out starting a business. It sounds good, but
Man,
it's not easy.
let me add to this real quick. All right. So this is one of the reasons I'm getting ready to get my master's in financial engineering because of what you just spoke about, right? So here's the problem. And here's what he's talking about for those that have never owned a business or those that might not understand it. When you run a business, it's multifaceted, right? You have your accounting, you have your operations, you have your sales, then you have the actual service that you provide. So if you're a plumber, right? You're actually doing the service of doing plumber work, but then you also have the fact of you need somebody that's actually trying to drum up new business for you, and then you need somebody who's actually going to do your accounting, and you need somebody who's so what happens is as an entrepreneur, especially a single member LLC entrepreneur, um, you end up having to wear all of those hats, and that is what takes you away from having a family or being able to be there for your family consistently. And so then what do? You create kids who want to be worker bees because they're going to say, I saw how hard my mom and my dad worked to build this business, and maybe it panned out, maybe it didn't. So even if it panned out, okay, the money was great, but I didn't get to see my dad. And so then what happens is I'd rather just get a 9 to 5, do enough to get by, but at least I get a chance to spend as much time as I want with my kids. Nah, both of those are bad. What we need to do is learn how to play well with others. So if you own um, a t-shirt printing business, right? We'll just start something simple. You own a t-shirt printing business. You should be able to have a conversation with an accountant and say, I'll pay you X amount of dollars to watch after to take care of the funds for me, right? Not so much pay my bills, but to make sure that my books are straight. I'll pay a business administrative expert a certain amount of money to structure my business for me, right? I'll pay let's keep it techie a certain amount of money to set up my actual technical network for me, right? These are all the things that you should be able to do. And if you can't do that, you might want to think about your funding strategy for your business, right? If you don't understand that, and if you don't understand how that destroys your family, the process of not having everything in the right place when you're building a business, or like I do, build multiple businesses at once, it kills you and it kills your family. And even though I work from home, and this is why I've had to revamp and redo a lot of stuff. It breaks your heart to hear your son or your daughter come and say, especially we got a 4-year-old, he just want to play. Daddy, can we play now? And you got to say, I can't play right now. Oh, I gotta wait till you get off work. And you like, damn, I'm working from home and I'm still in the same situation, right? So we have to move into a space where we're working together because that's working smarter and not harder. And I agree with you, Miss Cree. She says, I'm tired of trusting liars and being condemned for being deceived. I'm gonna let y'all work this out. I'm not condemning you for being deceived. Actually, what I said was we need to create our own version of a better business bureau so you're not deceived anymore. I agree with you that all these liars should be condemned. Like people that are out here taking advantage of people, they have to be. We have to point them out. And in order to do that, we have to have a situation of people who we have vetted that we put in a position to be our version of a better business bureau. But I think that's an amazing uh, take on just the fact of we've been lied to. We've been tricked in a lot of ways. And then for somebody to just come and say, "Oh, well, that's your fault." No, it's not your fault, right? But what we can't do is just give up. So I agree with that point, though, and Yame. Like we have to learn to work with everybody in their particular position, in their particular field, and and then we can build some massive organizations, I believe.
Yeah, yeah. It's more than an organization now. It's more than a company. It's it's families and extended families building a corporation
Right.
because it all has to encompass. It's almost rebuilding the culture, just rebuilding the culture. Look, yeah, I want to make good money, um, but I also want to better the community as well. I just don't want to make good money and move out in the burbs and live a good life. We did that, and we see where it left the inner cities. So there has to be a cultural revolution uh, in how we do things. And talking about that cultural revolution, even our young children, and I don't want to get too idealistic, but even our young children who has the athletics skill set, you know, okay, you got a son, he's 6'8", run a 4.5, weigh 250 pounds, he probably gonna make the pros.
Right.
But let's make sure he has the skill sets in case
In case he
you
don't,
know,
in case he get injured. Right. The whole
right,
thing.
he gets after 2 years,
Right.
he's okay. He didn't put everything in his life towards this sport.
Right.
But even if he does well, he understands how to bring that money or his talent back to the inner city where he's really needed.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we had that 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All the young men that went to LSU and Alabama and Michigan and
Mm-hmm.
UCLA, if they was
Mm-hmm.
all focused on bringing those skills back to the inner city as opposed to just moving to the suburb.
Right.
It's a cultural change that has to happen. And the more we talk about it, because I remember coming up, we was just worried about styling and profiling and making that money.
That's it.
But now when you look back, you see the trail of disaster
Yep.
that made.
Yep.
So there has to be a cultural change. And what happened, the church was such a center part of black culture. The church was the center part. In the 80s and 90s, all of that changed. But we never replaced the church with a cultural center. Where do we go for that centerpiece of our culture on a weekly basis? Like the Jews have their synagogues and their Jewish centers where if the kids need extra help in school or they need that grant or loan to get to the college, they have that. We've lost it. So I, I'm not advocating to rebuild the churches like we had, but a community center.
Community center, something community focused. I agree. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I agree.
Where and like I hear the women talk about what about protection? Well, the community center can provide that. Look, our young girls are walking to school at 6 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
They have to pass this bad area. Somebody in the
Mm-hmm.
community center, oh, let's get a bus together. Let's buy a
Mm-hmm.
bus
And
and
just
pick
go
up
pick
our
them up.
children.
Right. Right.
I mean, I got one better. Until we get the buses, the active, fathers, active uncles, right? Active brothers. We make that transition. We get up a couple of hours early. We get dressed. We make sure we wide awoke. You know what I mean? Our attention is on point. So when we actually walking our babies to school, they feel comfortable. They feel safe. You understand? Because at the end of the day, yeah, we can come together and establish, some transportation or some means of getting our babies back and forth. But if we can't, we got two legs, we got two arms, we got a heartbeat, you know what I'm saying? And we got a solid mind. Get off your lazy butt, get dressed, and make sure our babies got a safe way.
Facts. I agree.
Right.
I agree. So, all right, fellas. It's been love, man. I gotta go ahead and shut this down. I appreciate all of the solutions and the suggestions and the support. As always, man, we want to say shout out to Swab Boss for letting us utilize the panel. Shout out to the Argument League. Shout out to AOI. He's the One Nation Set Apart. Shout out to the Dark Side. And obviously, man,
What did you
shout
build,
out,
bro? What did you
shout
build?
out to Yahweh.
Explain real quick. What did you build? Real quick.
Trying so hard. What's up, bro?
Yeah, what did you build today? You said it's Solution Sunday. What did you build?
Mm-hmm. We actually got a bunch of solutions out here that we can now go back, chew on for another week, and come back, and now let's start to put things in motion. So, to say,
all right, start a poll or create a poll in the chat.
Get your ass out of here. So, what the other thing that we did was we actually built camaraderie again, right? We actually had a lot of issues that we needed to kind of iron out, and we ironed out most of those on this panel. We got some repentance and some apologizing done, which is always good because it shows growth. But more importantly, we got some real good explanations about what some of our sisters are expecting from us, what some of our brothers are expecting from us. So I think we did a ton today. Yo, peace to you, Swab Boss. Go ahead, bring it out.
Hey, shout out to you, A9. Shout out to your Shaw, man. Shout out to the tanks on the ground, man. Yahweh War Machine. Shalom, my brothers. Black Power. We are the Argument League. Appreciate the panel. You already know, bro. Thank you for keeping the rotation. They loving it. They support it. They appreciate it. So now to take the channel to another level, when y'all end this, I will be giving Shanar the 2-hour slot to teach. Hey, Shanar, it's your time, big dog. Get ready.
Hey, let me bring him back in. Hold on.
Hey, we finna put. He's still in the back.
Real shit. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
He just be sitting in the back, accepting rejection.
About.
Hey, Shanar, I got you, dog. Man, today is Shanar Sunday, man. Whenever they get done, I'm finna give you a slot, bro. I'm a host, though. I'm a host.
Oh, you gonna host it for? Hey, you know
I'm a host it so I can end that shit immediately if it need. But how much you need? 2 hours enough, Shanar?
Bro.
I don't know how long it'll take. Honestly,
an hour and a half. Then
a lot of information. Think about it. It's information. I'm gonna start with like the education, and then I'm gonna talk about that week, so that you know what I mean.
All right, just get it together, bro. Don't fuck up right now. Just get it together. Let them handle them thing. They gonna wrap it up, man. I'm gonna start one for you, bro. Be around, bro.
Hey,
look at it. Hey, don't make me go grab my hoodie.
Look at the
hoodie. Look at it. Hey, that's the original. That's the Mitchell and Ness right there. That's the facts.
Oh,
facts. That thing right there. You muted, big dog.
Hold on,
but we can tell with your face what you saying.
Hey, original Argument League. This is what we do, fam. We support each other. We build. Israelite, Black Power. What you talking about, man?
That's a fact.
What you talking about?
That's a fact. Been like that for years. You got to go back in time to accomplish that. For real. So I'm glad everybody here now, and we can build from here forward so that years from now we can look back and say, yo, this what's up. But yeah, man. That right there, man. That's a priceless piece to me. Shout out to everybody you still got there.
Thanks.
I'm gonna try to start them back up too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna try to start the Argument League hoodies back up. But yeah, that's all I want to say, man. Show support, show love, man. Great build. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who hit the panel, everybody who was in that, man. And yeah, I'm gonna get y'all what y'all want, man.
You gonna give him that Shannara joint?
2 hours with Shannara, bro.
Hey, shout out to Swab Boss, man, and People's Champ. His love family. We got a lot done today. Yeah, we'll be back next week, bro. I'm gonna try to bring this to y'all every week, most high willing, bro. And we will actually start to put things together.
Stop laughing, bro. Why you
Y'all can
laughing, bro?
actually see it happening in
See?
real time, bro. Y'all can actually see it happening in real time, man. It's love. This is the Argument League. In connection with Solar Vision Debate League, bro. It is what it is. Hold on, I'm gonna let him get one more. Oh, he dipped. I was gonna bring him back in. Yeah, man. Shalom, peace, black power. It's love, family. Y'all keep it easy. You know what I'm saying? Be the change that you want to see. It's love. Y'all be
And go Niners.
Yeah. Whoa. We're gonna say go Raiders, even though I don't really follow the Raiders like that anymore. But we're just not letting that Niner love move around like that.
I love you, bro.
Love you too, man. Y'all be easy, fam.